Welcome to BlackSwanRadio.com. This is your destination for Worldview conversation and flight music. You know, when I think about public relations, our relationship with the public, when we walk out our doors, our own domain, we go out and we are engaging with the public for profit. All right? At least in the United States. Right? We go out every day to make money so that we can pay for the monthly costs of living. Now, the thing about it is do we have a plan? Because society is like a game, right? And people look at points. They play the game, there's some people who play the game for points. Like they like to get as many of the coins as possible. But as we go through the obstacle course, the goal is to get to the end, to complete the course, and to graduate, right? To move up into the next level. And so this is the challenge of life, is to continue to evolve and to elevate our game. Now, like I said, the world outside our doors, outside a window, is a part of our reality. But the people, they all have their own lives. They're all require the same things. We all require food and fuel and housing and heat and security. And we need vegetables, we need meats, we need proteins. We need the same things in order to function, and we all go out into the world, do different things to get the same currency in order to buy a variety of the same things. I'm saying all of that to put this into perspective of how we build and develop our public relationship. Because once we get a grasp on what the game is, what the arena is, and the rules, the goal and the objectives, we learn what the opposition is, so that we can now construct a game plan, right? We can now put together a plan of action to execute in order to achieve the goal. Because everybody has different goals. So the advice that you need to be following should be advice that leads you to a specific outcome that you are trying to obtain in your life or realize in your life. So this is the reason why I've determined to dedicate my channel to those who are interested in going above and beyond in their exploration of the world and the Word of God. Because you see, to go above and beyond is the execution of faith. So faith has to be at the center of your determination. Your security is tied to your purpose and your faith. Because your testimony ultimately is designed to direct your message towards the Most High God, the creator of all this which we get to experience in this short period of time we call life. This is a glimpse of, the worldview conversation. And, I want to focus my content on encouraging or inspiring those who are seeking to produce outcomes that are extraordinary, that are not ordinary. So if you go and you get 10 to 20 people to 50 people and you say, have you in your lifetime crossed the equator? And you get no. You get a bunch of no's, but then you get a yes. That yes to me is extraordinary because the no's is the ordinary. There's nothing wrong with the ordinary. Now, most people in our life experience outside measure success based on points. So, but if you think about it like this, when you used to play Mario, if you grew up in the era where Mario, you could play Mario or something of that sort, and you're going through the obstacle course, right? Once you've crossed the obstacle course several times, it becomes very easy for you to do so. And you'll go and you'll rack up as many coins as possible. But your first time, you're not necessarily as focused on collecting as many coins as possible as you're going through the obstacle course. Your focus is just to get to the end, to beat the first level. Once you've defeated the first level a few times, now you understand the rhythm, the timing. You've gotten the timing down. And so now you can build upon the timing, right? And collect more coins along the way. Now the obstacle course it's been simplified for you because of repetition, the timing, the rhythm, the experience. So with that same concept we apply to life, I'm here to encourage you to go cross the equator into a realm of the South America. So you can stop thinking or stop saying, I'm from America. You're from North America. You're from the United States of America. You're a citizen of the United States of America. But a Brazilian is an American as well as a Belizean. This is the Americas, North, South, and Central. And so not only do you have that in perspective, but you can also now understand that in Belize they speak English. As a matter of fact, it is an African or Afro-American country with a heavy indigenous population where the Maya is still there, alive and thriving. People who we think are extinct is there, right there. It's living amongst the Ecuadorians and the people from Salvador and Japan, China. Wherever we go in this Americas, is a melting pot of a unique group of people. All right. And we all also have a common history as well. The people of Salvador Bahia, have some of the same roots and origins of a certain sector of the population here in the North Americas and the Caribbean. Many of us taken from the Gold Coast and the Slave Coast and the Ivory Coast, we were distributed from the Caribbeans to different parts of the Americas and the Caribbean. And so there's a connection there. But there's also a connection to the indigenous inhabitants of the lands as well. Just like the Powhatans, who Christopher Newport and King James, the people who were commissioned by King James to begin the English colonies here in the North America in the early 1600s, 1607, 1609. By 1609, they were actually at war with the Powhatans. You see what I'm saying? 2 years. This is a conquest here. And there's a story that's been told that's a sweet little, superhero story. And there's the reality, and the only reality that the way you get to know the reality and the truth is by going and seeing it, searching and researching it, exploring the truth about the reality on this earth, to get to know it, to get to have a true realization, a true fulfilling experience called life, instead of living in an illusion, living trapped in the illusion. You don't want to spend a lifetime something granted to you by God via your ancestors, a succession of events, generation after generations for thousands of years, that stem all the way back to the first man and woman and God the Creator. Only through your roots can you connect to your divinity. We are not African. We are tropical. We are not black. We are colored. But we are blackened, or we have blinded, or we've been disconnected from our roots, so that it's unknown. Identity unknown, and therefore an identity can be given to you, a label, black, and you have to accept that identity, even though you look into the mirror every day and you do not see that reality. You have adopted proof that you have adopted a concept, caught up in the illusion. We call them people 8,000 miles from India, Indians. See, identity wiped out, a new identity given. And because we are complicit to the indoctrination of the reality that's been given to us by that outside world, and we see the fruits of that reality if we step outside of that common conscious. What you gain is control over your life.